नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं वातरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः गुकारो अन्धकारो वैरुकारस्तन्निवर्तकः अन्धकारनिरोधित्वाद् गुरुरित्यभिधीयते। ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। भज गोविन्दं भज गोविन्दं गोविन्दं भज मूढमते सम्प्राप्ते सन्निहिते काले नहि नहि रक्षति दुःकृङ्करणे. So the sloka which we have to see today is shloka number 9. I will chant the shloka and we will see the meaning. Okay? Satsangatve nisangatvam nisangatve nirmohatvam nirmohatve nischalatatvam nischalatatve jivan muktihi. Once more I will chant. Satsangatve nisangatvam nisangatve nirmohatvam nirmohatve nischalatatvam nischalatatve jivan muktihi. Bhaja Govindam Bhaja Govindam Govindam Bhaja Mudamate. The root cause of our death and birth cycle is our attachments towards the material world and also the attachments towards our sentiment and our family and also towards the things which I love. Everything will come under the realm of duality. And Shankara explained up to the 8th shloka the defects of a person or the limitation of a person who thrives in this world with all kinds of emotional attachments and also for the sake of security and for the sake of happiness, he will get connected with his senses towards the worldly objects, which will give more and more impressions in one's mind. Those impressions will be carried forward even after departing the body. After fulfilling a desire, there will be some impressions. Not having the capacity to fulfill the desire, still the desire continues in one's mind. Still the impressions also there which are alive. So fulfilled these desires also make some impressions, unfulfilled desires also make some impressions in our human mind. Those impressions which we can say in one single form, subtle body. This subtle body is carried away along with the senses, and the taste which are already occupying with the subtle body of enjoying different worldly objects, those rasani, all that tastes are also there along with the subtle body. And it will find an appropriate body in order to enjoy again the desires what he has enjoyed in the previous body. And also in order to fulfill the unfulfilled desires, he will find an appropriate body according to his karma and also according to his own prarabdha, the deeds what he has done in his life. The punya and the papa, all these things will come together in order to make a proper arrangement of another body. So Shankara criticizes a person who is behind the money for the enjoyment of worldly things. Shankara criticizes a person who is behind the relationships. This is my brother, this is my mother, this is my uncle, this is my beloved partner. These things are also my own properties, and I live along with them and they live along with me. I can't live without them and they can't live without me. A titan bondage is there with me. Those things are also denied and criticized by Shankara. Really speaking, the first slogan, if I can say, what is the best thing to be studied as a human being in one's life? Better than a philosophy, better than an engineering, better than a medical science. Vedas are the fundamental scriptures in order to study for an intellectual person who have a capacity to deal with those sacred scriptures. Vedas will sit in the top position when we analyze with all kinds of knowledges in this material world. In order to know the Vedas, we need Sanskrit, because the whole Vedas in these days, we have translation in different languages. Vedas are being translated by the noble souls of different countries, of different religions. The defects on the translation, I will tell you. According to their own limitations, according to their own likes and dislikes, they explain the mantra according to their favor and their religion, according to their own taste. A ragadvesha is involved in a translation, because the person who takes the Vedas in his own language, which is right now in front of him, which are translated from Sanskrit knowledge, he will not get the right information what Veda wants to talk about. So translation has different defects. Limitations are there. So one need to go directly, one need to approach the Vedas directly. Translations are having certain defects. At the end only one can go to translation. I don't have any time to study Sanskrit. I would like to know Vedas. So in order to know the Vedas, one should get into the language called Sanskrit. Even Sanskrit is being condemned, criticized by Lord Adi Shankara. That itself shows that whatever things which we are seeing in this material world are inferior than a grammar, studying Sanskrit grammar. All are inferior than a study on grammar. Prathama Malla Nyayam. There are 100 people who are ready to wrestle or ready to meet each other on boxing or anything. In order to win all these 100 people, you only need to win the person who wins all these 100 people. If you defeat that person, that shows that you have win over this whole 100 people. Prathama Malla Nyaya. Similarly, when he condemned, denied the Sanskrit studying itself, he already defeated all kinds of material studies and material teachings and material enjoyments, really speaking. The first shloka itself have an intention of Prathama Malla Nyaya. May you pray towards Lord Govinda what you will do after studying Dukrinya Karne at this age. He already mentioned properly. So after that, he criticized a person's behavior going behind the money, going behind the relationships. And he took different examples from our life, from the different standpoints after getting married, when they are boy or a girl, or in the old age. All these examples he's shown up to the 8th verse. We know that now there is a problem with me. I have attachment towards my family. I have attachment towards money. I have attachment towards material studies. Now we came to know the defects which are inheriting in myself. There is a proverb between doctors, realizing the disease, the actual disease, what is there itself is 50% cure. You need not to take medication. You understood this is the disease which is with me. Knowing what is the disease. Suppose we have a headache. Headache is a symptom. It is not a disease at all. Nobody knows. I have headache. I have headache. Headache is a symptom of lack of sleep. Headache is a symptom of your stomach is not cleaned. Headache is a symptom of excess gas is produced in your stomach due to the food what you have taken. Headache is a symptom of some things are indigestion in your stomach. Headache is a cause of different things. Headache is a product of different symptoms, different things in our body which are irregular. That's all. So you cannot cure for the headache. You have to go to the root cause of the headache, correct? Similarly, I came to know these defects are there in my life. I am totally attached towards money in this world, because money can buy anything. Even for a battery, for my stereo, I need money. Even to buy a car, I need money. Even to buy a new shirt, I need money. So I am fond of money. And somehow it increased, and I am very much fond of money. And Shankara criticizes Muda Jahihi Dhanagama Trishna. Over attachment towards the money will also take a ride for the next birth. And the attachment towards the relative society and the members who are around with me, like brother, sister, father, mother, will also give another birth. Birth means lot of sufferings, lot of pain, lot of issues. There is no happiness in a birth and to live in this world. That's why our foremost rishis told, come out of this samsara. It seems to be wonderful. It seems to be pretty good. It seems to be attractive. It seems to be beautiful. But everything is filled with the poison, which will take to a next birth. So I came to know my problem. I have attachment towards the worldly things. Worldly things means, in bracket, money, relationships, lot of things which are I am owning now. All these things are making me complete now. So I cannot give up them. Pointing from the various standpoints of the life, Shankara made us to think again, rethink. Do I want to go along with the material things and enjoy the world as a charvaka? Or should I return back? Slowly, should I practice the indifference, the dispassion towards the worldly things? You can choose which you want. One is called Shreyas in Kathopanishad. One is called Prayas in Kathopanishad. Going along with the material things and enjoying the world as though there is no tomorrow is called Prayas. Going along with what is right, what is to be done, what is my goal, what is my purpose of my human life. Knowing and going along with that and taking the precautions and the safety measures and going towards that path is called Shreyas. So Shankara explained all the prayers up to the 8th sloka. Now he is explaining the Shreyas. What is to be done in order to solve my attachment towards the worldly things? It's not an overnight job. Just in a single day, one cannot come out of all the attachments what we are having towards the external world. It's a daily exercise. Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena vishishyate. Abhyasa can only bring vairagya. Irumbura kallum teyum. Even the row of ant will make a mark on a rock. If one has to do daily, slowly, abhyasam. So he gives, where should I start? How should I pick up my thread of Shreyas? This shloka will explain the whole vision. Where to start now in order to eradicate my attachments and my dualistic world. How I can come out of my external pressures. So he starts with one single word, Satsangatve Nisangatvam. What is meant by Satsangam? Getting connected with the noble people, what we call traditional teachers. Sangam, getting connection, attachment. Satsangam, with a proper person, having a connection with a proper person who can guide you, who can teach you, who can take care of your emotional side, who can give some light, what you have to do in your life, who is interested in your growth, in your maturity. Those people are called traditional teachers. Nobody will be interested in your maturity. Everybody wants to put down you, except the traditional teachers. Whatever things, whether it is a movie, whether it is a product which is available in the market, everything will make you a certain sort of comfort zone, and it will become a trap for you. You cannot come out of that, Just having some narcotics daily will make an addiction and you will not come out again. Similarly, any worldly things will not guide you to the proper path. Everything will make a prey. We will become a prey for that material things. It will make a comfort zone, and we will be always inside that comfort zone. We will not come out of that comfort zone, each and every material thing. Only the traditional teacher will guide you. This is right. All other things you have to give up. And this is the steps from the first onwards to the top. Slowly one has to do like this. Only a traditional teacher can help. This traditional teacher is being told by Satsangam. In the spiritual supermarket, it's available. A lot of people, those who are not traditional, also there. Somebody talks about astrology. Somebody talks about some yandra to do some puja, and you will get all kinds of prosperities. Some people give some talks about psychology with bear and jada, and we will follow them. There is no traditional teaching. Asampradayavat murkavat ubekshaniya. Shankara says in Bhashya in the 13th chapter, Asampradayavit murkavat ubekshaniya. Without any mercy, one should give up a person who is not well versed in Vedanta or scriptures. No mercy. You need not to stay there for a long time listening his words. Without the knowledge of the scriptures properly, a person cannot guide an individual, really speaking. Seeing all the things, Shankara make this statement, not me. Asampradayavat, a person who is not having the sampradaya or traditional teaching, murkavat, as a fool, one need to give up. No mercy on that. You find when you go in such of a guru, people will fall as a prey for different people, and they follow. Puja Swami used to say, vipassana, meditation, etc., etc. A lot of confusion will be entering into one's own mind. Even in meditation, I will tell you, You need not to meditate on a thing which is right in front of you. For example, your father or your kid. It's already in front of you. What is the point of meditating your father who is right in front of you, or your kid right in front of you, or your dog right in front of you? There is no point of meditation in a thing which is already right in front of you, which is available for you. Now I come to the second part of meditation. Something which is unknown, how you are going to meditate? Something which is not known by you. Some pictures are there. This is Perumal. This is Paramashivam. This is Shakti. These are some pictures. Understand? Some colorful pictures. You are not known by them. They say, parents say that in the Ayuda Puja, today is Ayuda Puja, we have to worship Shakti. In the Vijayadashami, we have to worship Durga. In the Shivaratri, we have to worship Lord Shiva. All these things are just messages from our parents. We don't have proper understanding about that. Who is Lord? Really speaking, an unknown thing cannot be meditated at any point of time. A known thing is not a subject for meditation. Meditation itself will be negated by Shankara. Meditation is a purpose, or is a tool in order to come out of certain attachments towards the world and things. That's all. Meditation will not bring any realization. Enlightenment is not born out of meditation. Meditation is a tool to come out of the samsara. Just a means to give up the vasanas. Realization, the word itself shows that you have to realize something. There is a thing to be realized. There is a thing to be understood. Then only realization comes. How can a meditation can give realization? I am giving up that position now. So, satsangam. One needs to get connected with the traditional teacher. A person who has studied under another traditional teacher for a length of time, for example, 12 years at least, and he can go through the Shrutis alone. He can make you understand. He can give you all kinds of solution about one's own personal defects, because people have different lifestyle, different enjoyments, different way of living. So they have different types of problem. Not everybody have the same problem. So one need to know the personal side of each and every individual. By talking 5 or 10 minutes, a traditional teacher should understand what is his problem. How can I make him clear? And how can I realize a guru? How can I go to a guru? This is another question, because this slogan needs a bit of length of explanation, each and every word. This is the solution for our defects and limitation, what he has discussed up to the 8th shloka. How I will meet a Guru Swamiji in my life? I am living in a city. I am away from my culture, and I am busy and packed with my different daily business. How I am going to meet my Guru? How I am going to get moksha? A simple question may arise. Really speaking, if one is ready, one is qualified in one's life, Guru will appear in front of them. Somehow they will get connected with a Guru. But one needs to qualify. We should get qualified, In order to get a Guru, you need not roam around the world. Or you need not to come to India to find out a Guru. No. If you are qualified, if you deserve, because of your daily routine, because of your dharmic way of living, because of your righteous deeds, because of the virtues and vice discrimination, a person get qualified due to the sadhanas. Once we are qualified, we are going to get the right person in our life. Most people are not ready, so that they will get different types of teachers according to their measure, according to their readiness. If they are ready with a 30% in their life, they will get that type of a guru. Suppose a person is covered, just external appearance is there as the spiritual, they will get a guru who is not proper. Suppose a person is proper with the inside and outside, they will get a proper guru. So it's our part to play. It's not the part to go outside to search a guru. There is a big part to play by me in my life. Once we are ready, the guru will appear automatically. You will get connected with a person, definitely. So it's my role to play properly in this world in order to get a guru. Alibabayum 41 Thirudalgalum. There is a movie, a big thief, under him 41 thieves. Suppose if we are a thief with our mind, we will be under a big thief. This is what we happen in our external world. Our ministers are looting money. Our ministers are taking the responsibility, and they are doing their selfish motivations. Why all this happens? So majority of the people are like this. Among them, the topmost villain will become the minister or the president. Correct? This is happening in all over the world. Why? We are not qualified. Majority is like this. When majority is auspicious, very good person from among them will become their leader. When majority is covered, looting and also anti-social activities they are having, then a person who is very strong among these things, who can do far better than any other person, that they will become their leader. Correct? They are called goons. And they will take the charge, they will take the responsibility, So one need to qualify with oneself. When we are not qualified internally, see, our culture always looks to the person's mind, not the external appearance. External appearance can be with the perfumes and cosmetics and expensive dresses. That will not constitute our way of looking, We look to the person's mind. Our culture always look into the person's mind. How much value they are having while living. Along with that, you have some cosmetics, you have some beautiful appearance. That will be very good. Only external appearance you are concentrating, not having any kind of effort to have an internal lifestyle properly, means you lose this life. You are going to have again a chance to go along with the samsaric way. So one need to go look into what are my defects and how I can resolve all my defects. This is what is told by Shankara in the shloka. May one get connected with an appropriate teacher, satsangam, where the truth is revealed. Who can reveal the truth according to your understanding? Who can reveal the reality of the world and who can reveal the reality of you? Who can take care of your emotional issues? Who can take care of your limitations? Those people, may you get connected with them. This is the first word, satsangatve. If you get satsangatve sadi, because of getting connected with the noble people, traditional teachers, gurus, rishis, one can understand the reality of the world and reality of the creation, reality of the creator. Satsangat. What will be the product? What will be the result when you get connected with a noble person or a traditional teacher? What will be the result? Then he says the result, if a person is completely committed, like in the Mundagopanishad, it is told, Parikshya Lokan, Karma Chitan, Brahmano, Nirvedam Ayat. May one lose the interest of the external world after having lot of experiences, getting lot of lessons, whether it is in a relationships, whether it is in business, whether it is in different lifestyle, a person should get a hard lesson. This is called Pariksha Loka. Karmachitan Loka. Anything to achieve in this external world, you have to do certain karma. In order to taste the food, you have to chew the food. At least you have to chew the food. Just keeping the food outside the mouth and open the mouth, you will not get the taste, correct? There is a karma involved in everything. Getting involved in different experiences, which can be achieved through karma, a person, really speaking, a person who is matured will get the lessons from the external world. Brahmano nirvedam ayat will get vairagya. And what they will do, nothing to do for me in this external world. I have to realize the reality behind this world and people and creation and about myself. Tat vijnanartham gurum eva abhigached. One should go near to the guru. Abhigached, samit panihi. In order to do what he says, samit panihi. The guru should be Shrotriyan and Brahmanishtan. This is the explanation in Mundagopanishad. I will come to the Kadhopanishad. Uttishtada Jagrada Prapya Varan Nibodhida. Varan Prapya Nibodhida. May you get connected with Varan, one who commands respect. Varan Prapya, going towards Varishta people, those who are rishis. Varishtan Prapya Nibodhata. May you understand, may you realize the reality about you and the creation and the creator. That only is going to be the permanent solution. In Shri Krishna, in the 4th chapter also, he says something like what Shankara told now. Tat vidhi pranipadena pariprashnena sevaya upadeshantide jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshina. When you go and do the prostration and do the namaskara and give all the respect and study with them, they will give you the jnana. What a beautiful verses. All are connected with this satsangatve nisangatva. The result of the person who get connected with the noble teachers, traditional teachers, will get the result of indifference, dispassion towards the worldly thing. The more you have the discrimination, the more you have the knowledge, you will give up certain things in your life. They will go as a supplementary each other. The more we have the discrimination, the knowledge about a thing, the more we will be back. Like, when the doctor advised the person, if you smoke, your lungs will be like this, like that, a given explanation will hit his mind. A certain impact is created in his mind. Then he will rethink, should I smoke or not? Thus, information about certain things will create some dispassion towards things. Still, people are drinking. Can you imagine? Smoking is injurious to health. Drinking alcohol is injurious to health. They have put the label around all the bottles and all the packets of cigarettes. Still, people want to use, means they are having weakness in certain things. They are not informed. They are not having that capacity to come out of those things. Similarly, each and everything is what we are having in our mind, So, only solution to come out of any kind of defects what I am having towards a worldly thing can only be solved. Only remedy is to approach appropriate traditional teachers according to my qualification. Nisangatvam. Ni, the word will indicate the absence of something. Whenever you see the ni in Sanskrit, it will represent the absence of the next thing. Nisangatvam. Absence of connection. Vairagyam. I will have the absence of connection towards the worldly things. Why? Because the information what they have given about my real life and about the Creator and also about the worldly things make me to come out of those things. There will be an absence of connection towards the worldly things. I will create the vairagya, raga, viparita ragam, vairagyam, vikataha ragam, vairagyam. There will be no attachment, non-attachment, nisangatva. One will be prepared due to the knowledge delivered by the traditional teachers. One will get qualified to look at the world with complete dispassion, indifference. You may be enjoying a jalebi or a Mysore pak, but you don't have an addiction towards them. You can survive even without them. This is called vairagya. It's not that you will not enjoy anything in your life. Prarabdha will bring certain things in your life, but you are not having any pressure to keep, or you are not having any addiction to go daily along with that. This is called vairagya. And also Puja Swamiji's explanation about vairagya. Seeing the missing of the connection which I want and which I don't want. What I am doing, there is no connection with what I want in my life. I am not doing the appropriate thing to achieve a certain thing in my life. Knowing this is also called vairagya. These things are only happen, these things will only happen when you have an appropriate guru. Gukaro anthakaro vai. They will dispel all darkness inside our mind by giving the proper knowledge about oneself and about samsara. So satsangatve, due to the satsangam only one can one can generate the dispassion towards the world. And 5 minutes more. We will complete this sloka in the next session only, because this need a little bit explanation about this sloka. Anyway, we'll see. Satsangatve nisangatvam. Nisangata. Ni will be absence of the next word. Nisangam. A person will have the dispassion towards the world. The mind is clear now. There is no any other things occupying in the mind because all pressures has gone. By listening towards the traditional teachers' words, really speaking, traditional teachers will not give their own advices. Their advices are based upon pramana, shruti. Shruti being the pramana for them, based on shrutis only, they will have some talks. There is no independent talks. Pramana only will help them to talk about certain things. So that's why they also become pramana. Shankara is pramana because he deals with shrutis. Vedavyasa is pramana because he deals with shrutis. When you deal with the shrutis, you are also pramana for society and people. They will come and ask you what to do, Guruji, how can I come out of this type of situation? Then you, based upon the scriptures, knowing his real life, you make a statement without hurting his sentiments. It's very important. Without hurting somebody's sentiments, you give a small outlet to go out of, to come out of the situation. So, by studying or teaching the pramana, by having some knowledge regarding pramana, due to the teachings of traditional teachers, one will generate sat nisangatvam, absence of raga and dvesha in one's mind. There is no attachment towards worldly thing. It will take time. It's not an easy thing. Immediately it will happen. It will not happen at all. For most of us, there are exceptions. Within 1 month, people will give up the smoking, alcohol, everything. Just in an overnight, they will give up and they will be proper. Oh, it's all depend upon one's own personality and one's own will. Fine. But generally, it takes time. Nisangatvam will only come listening again and again and again and again and again the same thing. Habitual errors need repeated correction. I will make this sentence again. That is why even Tattvamasi is being given 7 or 8 times in Chandogya. We need to listen the reality again and again because our past impressions are very strong and deep-rooted in our mind. It will not easily, you cannot cut off easily. It takes time. When you get a vessel from the ground, when you are digging for your, to make a good house, you are digging, you are making certain arrangements in the ground and you get a pot and you like that metal pot. In order to clean that metal pot, it takes time. It takes time. Why? This pot was laying underground and got lot of impurities. Similarly, our mind is going through different experiences in our material world. Everybody has created certain impressions in our mind. Somebody created good experiences in relationships. Somebody created good enjoyments. Somebody given so much pain. All these impressions are there. All are body notions. As long as the body is there, every second, all these emotions are ready to pop up. So it is not an easy thing to come out of all kinds of these experienced impressions. So it takes time to wash, to clean. So daily listening about the truth about myself will only make slowly to move all kinds of body-centered emotions. That's why Nisangatvam is not very easy for an ordinary person who is going through a family life, who have attachment with with his daughters, with his job, with his car, with his own house built with a lot of sweating in his life. How can he give up all these things in one night? So it takes time. In order, while realizing the real facts about one's life, the truth behind everything will only make the person more mature and to give up the things without having any pain. Urvarukam iva bandhana. The creeper didn't know that separation of the fruit. The fruit didn't have any pain while it gets separated from the creeper. What a beautiful way in Mrityunjaya Mantra. This is how one should come out of the attachment. They don't feel uncomfortable by giving up certain things, or neither that person who you are separated with all kinds, he didn't also get pain. So a beautiful way of making understanding each other in a relationship, in the worldly matters, giving up certain things. So giving up non-vegetarian food is a big issue. But after having the practice and training, even if you go to a buffet party, you don't feel any uncomfortable. People will be eating meat. No problem. I will take some salad and I will enjoy my life. You please, people enjoy. We don't have the pressure to eat some fish and meat because we already trained the mind properly with lots and lots of exercise. Abhyasena tu kaunte. This is how one generates Nisangatvam. We will talk more about this slogan in the next session. Today we have Pradosha, so I will go to the temple. I'm very happy to see again Vinayaji and Vedanishta and all other students of Vinayaji. Thanks again. We will meet again in the next session. Thank you, Amma. Oh.
Thank you, Swamiji.
Thank you. Om Namah Shivaya.